We do have developing news right now. Perry County Sheriff's Department telling us they're putting more patrols in schools today. They made the announcement on Twitter with a series of statements, including a tweet that said, in response to concerns on social media, the significance of today, we'll have extra deputies in every school in the county. We called to get more information. They could not elaborate. We'll keep you posted on that. Amy?
Well, from no clear strategy to a prime-time address, President Obama has put forth his plan to take on the Islamic State fighters that have taken over large parts of Iraq and Syria.
We will degrade and ultimately destroy ISIL through a comprehensive and sustained counterterrorism strategy.
The president's plan calls for ramping up airstrikes in Iraq and even striking ISIS inside Syria. He's also sending an additional 475 troops to support Iraqi forces, but said he will not commit to sending in combat forces on the ground. The president says he has the authority to act without lawmakers' approval, but has asked for their approval to train and equip Syrian fighters. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley joins us in the newsroom this morning with a look at how our Tennessee lawmakers are responding. So what's their reaction to the president's speech?
Hey, good morning, Amy. Well, everyone agrees that something needs to be done to combat the threat of ISIS in Iraq, but many of them say that President Obama needs to get congressional approval before making any steps. Marsha Blackburn is actually one of the ones who spoke out just soon after President Obama's speech last night. I've been looking through her interview all morning that she had with Wolf Blitzer. She said that President Obama did lay out the beginning of a strategy, but she says he stopped short of fully defining what our mission would be in the Middle East and said that the president needs to work harder to get more support before moving in to fight ISIS.
What we're missing in this, he didn't speak to our allies and he didn't define the coalition.
Now, she also talked more about how this situation there in Iraq with ISIS really hits close to home here in the mid-state because of our proximity to Fort Campbell. Now, there also is talk about funding the fighting of some fighters there in the Middle East, about $500 million. That's what President Obama talked about last night. Blackburn said she would not vote to give that money to the president, saying he has all of the money he needs to fight. Now, coming up a little bit later on in the show, we're going to have responses from Senator Bob Corker as well as Lamar Alexander on how they felt last night's speech went. But for now, we'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, Cuthbert, thank you. Handwritten bomb threats in a bathroom led to a Stewart County man being arrested. News Channel 5's Deja Knight has this story. She's at the smart screen this morning. Deja?
Well, Steve, yeah, these threats, they've shown up 4 times over the course of the summer at the Train air conditioning plant, and that's right here in Clarksville. It's near the Governor's Square Mall. Take a look at this guy. This who's been arrested. It's Timothy Wallace. He was arrested for the bomb threats. A handwriting analyst was actually brought in to figure out who was doing the writing, and that's how authorities were led to Wallace. He was arrested and indicted for all 4 incidents. The threats occurred between the months of March and July of this year. All 4 threats were handwritten in various locations on the premises, such as a wall, a bathroom stall divider, a toilet paper dispenser, and a bathroom wall. Each time a bomb threat was found, well, Train had to shut down business to ensure that its building was safe to continue its business day. So this slowed down production and cost Train time and money. But luckily, guys, nothing came of those bomb threats. Steve.
All right, Deja, thank you. Some new information coming in this morning here on The Plus about a brutal attack we reported yesterday morning. Chris Brown, the boyfriend accused of assaulting his girlfriend repeatedly, is now behind bars. An affidavit released earlier this morning shows the extent of the injuries his girlfriend suffered. Police say she had several bruises on her neck, legs, knees, and a swollen left eye, even a bite mark on her cheek and a scalp injury that required staples. Much of the attack took place in front of an 18-month-old child. Brown later crashed the car with her and the toddler inside. That's when she was able to get away and contact police.
Only 2 teenagers remain on the run after escaping Woodland Hills last week. The U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force took 18-year-old Taji Cockerum into custody last night at the Grove Apartments in Murfreesboro. Metro Police say Cockerum had apparently been living in a vehicle. Meanwhile, 17-year-old Demario Fisher and Cavante Kane are still on the run. A 17-year-old is back in DCS custody after a separate escape attempt. Bruno Valencia was being driven to Nashville for a meeting with social workers. Police say when the driver stopped for a bathroom break at a MAPCO in Bellevue, Valencia made a break for it. He ditched his orange jumpsuit, but authorities still tracked him down. Valencia was caught near OHB and Highway 70.
Early voting is now underway in Lebanon for a special election. Voters are deciding if the city's sales tax should increase from 2.25% up to 2.75%. Taxpayers voted no on the issue on a county-wide ballot last month. Election day, September 23rd. Early voting continues through the 18th, though, at the Wilson County Election Commission office right there in Lebanon.
And one of the oldest buildings on Lower Broadway is now officially back open for business. That, of course, is Alan Jackson, country superstar, one of the investors, in fact, in the Acme Feed and Seed. The building has stood at First and Broadway since the 1800s and just this summer turned into a 4-story entertainment venue. But they did it all while saving the building's history. Almost all the table and bars inside the building are made from wood reclaimed during the construction process. The owner says only 2 buildings on Lower Broad are on the National Historic Registry, which is surprising, I think, considering all those old cool buildings down there. The Ryman is one, Ryman Auditorium, and the Acme Feed and Seed.
Very cool building, though.
It is. It's going to be awesome. Wouldn't it be nice if Jackson was going to play
every night?
Every night. Be packed.
He may be down there quite a bit, though.
Yeah, I bet he is. Good time there.
All right.